Hello students, it's your favorite teacher, Mr. David, and we are still on AllCBTs. Thank you for joining us today. Now today we'll be taking NE, NVE, which is National Values Education. Alright, so NVE consists of the subjects you will be required to take for your National Common Entrance exam. In other words, you will be assessed on NVE, that's the National Values Education. So the subjects that have been combined into NVE includes social studies, civic education, and security education. You would also be tested on mathematics, English, quantitative and verbal reasoning. For videos on all of those other subjects, you can check the channel. We've made detailed videos covering all these other subjects. Now, if you are yet to be subscribed to this channel, you should do that now before we begin, as you would definitely enjoy this class. Like I said, I have 50 questions covering several years, the past 15 years of common entrance testing. So in the front of each of the questions, just like you can see now, I have the year I have taken the question from. It will help you to make reference to your textbook or to the past question part. All right, so let's begin without wasting further ado. We have question 1. Which of these best shows good citizenship in a school? That means which of these actions that we're going to read out now in the options best shows good citizenship, the act of being a good citizen in a school? A. Avoiding school tasks, that's refusing to do anything. B. Reporting stolen items. C. Fighting for one's rights. D. Ignoring assembly time. Which of these is a good habit in the school that shows that, oh, this is a good pupil, this is a bad pupil? All right, so let's look at it again. Avoiding good tasks, avoiding school tasks definitely is not the answer. Reporting stolen items, yeah, we're going to go for that. Fighting for one's rights would not work in a school environment. You should actually report to your teacher if you feel like your rights is being trampled upon. Then ignoring assembly time is actually a bad attitude. So we are going to go with B, and the correct option is B. Question 2. The act of standing still during the national anthem is a sign of what? You have cowardice, suffering, respect, and fear. You know, you've been told in school that once the national anthem begins, you have to stand still, no movement. What does it mean? It's just a sign of respect to your country and to fallen heroes. Who are heroes? People who have done some good for your country. So it's a sign of respect to them. So the correct option is option C. It's not a sign of cowardice, suffering, or fear. It's a sign of respect. Question 3, taken from the year 2012. Who is responsible for making laws in Nigeria? Which of this group of people is responsible for making laws? You know, we have the people who make the laws, we have the people who enforce the laws, we have the people who, process the laws, and people who must obey the laws. Well, everybody should obey the laws. So, but from these 4 groups of people, who are the people who make the laws? And that would be the legislative arm of government. They are the one who make laws in a country. Okay, while the police would what? Enforce the law. The judiciary too would enforce the law. So legislation, they are the ones who make laws in the country, like Nigeria. Okay, even in your country, wherever you're watching from. And then question 4, from the year 2013. The green in the Nigerian flag stands for, the Nigerian flag. It actually has green, then the middle is white, and then the other side is green. So the green in the Nigeria flag stands for what? We have A, wealth, B, agriculture, C, peace, D, religion. Now the white stands for peace, okay? But the green stands for agriculture. It stands for green land, fertile land, which is a symbol of agriculture, wealth, or prosperity. So B is the correct option. And then question 5, taken from 2014. One of the consequences, another word for consequences, because I'm sure maybe you are in primary 4, primary 5 or 6, you don't, this is a big grammar for you. But consequences mean result, okay, the action of doing something. Okay, one of the consequences or one of the results of examination malpractices is what? Or one of the negative results of examination malpractice. What's the examination malpractice? Bad practices during examination or negative practices during examination. So which of these would happen or would you get as a result of negative habits or attitude during examination? One, employment opportunities. Would the person get a job? Once, would the person be getting a lot of good jobs? I don't think so. Then academic excellence. Would the person excel academically? No. Poor moral standard, and then you have fast graduation. Actually, the person may be caught and may not even graduate. The person might even get his or her paper turned and may not have academic excellence. But poor moral standard is definite. That means the person will have, if the person is a poor moral person, the person have low moral standard, the person is not a good person by heart to keep engaging in the act of examination malpractice. So our correct option here is option C. And then question 6 from 2015. The right to freedom of expression is a dash. Freedom of expression is also called freedom of speech. So the right to freedom of speech, freedom of expression is what? Okay, you have civic duty. Duty is something that you should do or that you have to do. So which is not the correct option here. You have human rights, you have school rule, you have cultural norm. Actually, the correct answer, straight to the point, is human rights. Everybody has human rights, and one of the fundamental, another of the fundamental will mean basic human rights is the right to freedom of expression or freedom of speech. You should say your mind, okay, without being harassed. Question 7 from 2016. Which of these is a national value? That means which of these is needed in a nation? A, disobedience. No. B, dishonesty. No. Dishonesty is being untruthful. Then C, tolerance. What's tolerance? It's from the word tolerative or tolerating. The ability to bear other people's mistakes. Okay? So carry on with other people. And then cheating. Cheating is a negative habit. Dishonesty is a negative habit. Disobedience is a negative habit. But tolerance is a good virtue. So, and it's a national virtue. That's option C is the correct option. Question 8 now from 2017. Helping a blind person to cross the road shows what? Yes. So, especially if the person is older, then you help an older person or a blind person to cross the road. It's an act of what? What does it show? A, kindness, B, strength, C, leadership, D, power. It's an act of, I'm sure you're guessing it already. It's an act of kindness. When you help somebody who cannot do something to get it done, you are showing kindness. It's also taught in both church and mosque, and almost every religion teach that you should show kindness, and kindness is shown in actions. And then question 9 from 2018. The Nigerian coat of arms represent what? The coat of arms represent what? So we have the people's wealth, the army's strength, unity and faith, tribal custom. It represents the army's strength. The coat of arms, yes, it represents the strength of the Nigerian army. Okay, that's what the Nigerian coat of arms represent. And then question 10 now from 2019. Obeying traffic laws is a way of showing what? Fairness, laziness, civic responsibility, and national pride. Obeying traffic laws is a way of showing what? Is it fairness, laziness, civic responsibility, or national pride? Is simply civic responsibility. When you obey traffic laws. You show that you are a responsible citizen. Okay, you are performing your civic duty of allowing things to go smoothly in the society. So that's option C. Now, if you have watched up until this point and you are yet to subscribe to the channel, I think you should do so now, as we'll be uploading several other contents to help you ace your oncoming National Common Entrance exam. Of course, if you have questions or you are not quite sure with some of the options I might be going with, you can leave your questions, suggestions, comment, whatever it is, in the comment section. I'll be happy to relate it to you there. Make sure you also share this video to your friends, and then we continue. Question 11. From 2020, one of the symbols of national unity in Nigeria is what? The symbol of national unity in Nigeria. We have national budget, national flag, traffic sign, traditional dance. No. So it's national flag. Everybody respects the national flag. That's my marker. Yes, so everybody respects the national flag. Yes, so this is green, and then this place is white, and this place is green. Either you are Igbo, Yoruba, Efik, Ibibio, from whatever tribe, we all, as citizens of the country, respect the national flag. So it is the symbol of national unity in Nigeria, right? Good. Question 12. When someone tells the truth, even when it is difficult, they show what? You have pride, fear, integrity, bravery. Okay, yes, integrity seems like it, bravery seems like it, but in this particular answer is bravery, the art of telling the truth even when it's difficult. Yes, because it happens a lot to everyone. Doing the right thing even when it's difficult, it shows that this person is brave, especially when you could be punished for it. You could be punished for telling the truth. For example, who broke the cup? You know you broke the cup, okay? And then putting your hands up and saying, I did, requires some level of bravery. So the person is showing a lot of bravery. Yes, integrity too works, but bravery is a better option. Question 13. Which of these promotes peace in the school environment? I mean, if you do any of these things, you will be promoting peace in your school. You have competing with others, bullying juniors, respecting rules and opinions, ignoring school authority. Okay, and that would be what? Respecting rules and opinions. Opinions means people's ideas. Okay, people's thoughts. When you respect people's thoughts, okay, so it promotes peace. But when you refuse to allow other people to express themselves, it breeds conflict and brouhaha. Okay, I don't know what brouhaha is. Okay, question 14. From 2016, who among the following is an elected public officer? Okay, you have the principal, senator, inspector, and then you have the head teacher. Who among these four officers is an elected officer? When we mean elected officer, means the person was elected into public office by the people. You might like to say democratic kind of government where there was a kind of an election. Okay, so which of these undergo election? Principals do not undergo election. They are installed. Okay, the government might say, okay, Mr. Bamboye, you are now the principal of this such and such high school. So principals are not elected, public elected. Okay, they might be privately elected, but public election, they don't do election. Have you ever heard of election to be the principal of your school? No. So there's no election for that. But senatorial position, they are elected for senatorial position. What about for Inspector General of Police? Yes, Inspector General is usually not elected, or Inspector of a police station is not elected. Is not publicly elected. Then head teacher too is just like the principal, is not publicly elected. So the person who undergoes election here into public office is the word senator. Okay? If you want more explanation of that on that, you can also chat me up in the comment section. I'll be happy to explain further. Question 15 from the year 2013. When a person returns a lost wallet, that person is said to be what? Is it generous? No, generosity is the act of giving, being charitable. Is it friendly? No. Truthful? No. I think the better option there is honest. When somebody returns a lost wallet, so you found the wallet, it's not yours, and you return it, or you know the person who wants it and you give it to the person, you are an honest person, a person with integrity. That's option D. 16. The Constitution of Nigeria can best be described as what? You have a school timetable, a book of poems, the supreme law of the land, a list of traditional rules. The Constitution of Nigeria, not just Nigeria, the Constitution of a country is the supreme law, although in so many countries it's not like the supreme anymore. Corruption has spoiled things, but normally the Constitution of a country should be the supreme law. When you mean, what does supreme mean? It means every other thing in the country comes under it. Everything is ruled by that book called the Constitution, where there are a list of rules and laws that everybody that lives or do businesses with that country must follow. Yes, so it's the supreme law of the land. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Correct. 17 from 2018. A good citizen must not do what? One of the following. A good citizen must not pay tax. No. Good citizens pay tax. A good citizen must not vote during election. No. Good citizens must vote during election. A good citizen must not obey the law. No. Good citizen must obey laws and regulations. A good citizen must not destroy public properties. Okay? Regardless of how they feel, you don't destroy public properties. Yeah. 18 now. Question 18. Okay, you can see my little image here to explain. Yes, this is a police. Okay, what's the primary duty of the Nigerian police or your country police? Because I know several countries are watching, will be watching this. What's the primary duty of the Nigerian police? A, to conduct elections, maintain law and order, give loans to farmers, repair roads. No, these ones are the work of federal officials, governments. Okay, so conduct election. No, they may assist with maintaining law and order during electoral processes, but their major role is B, to maintain laws and order. Remember we spoke about, I think in question 3, those set of people who make laws. So the police are one of those other arm of government that enforce those laws that are made. All right. Now 19. The punishment for exam malpractice is meant to what? Is it promote unity? No. Encourage learning? No. Deter future offenses? Yes. Reward smart students? Yes. So this is the correct option, to deter future offenses. So whenever a person is punished for exam malpractice, maybe you've even been punished before, it's not to destroy you or because you are hated. No, it's actually to deter you from continuing in that way. Okay, so that you don't get yourself to be blamed someday. Then question 20. Civic education teaches us to be what? Lawyers, responsible citizens, teachers, engineers. B. Okay, civic education. Remember I told you that in this national values education, you have civic education and some other subjects. So that's why you are seeing questions on civic education. It teaches us to be responsible citizens. That is option B. And then question 21 from what year now? 2015. National symbols help to what? Decorate offices, unite the people, divide citizens, replace local customs to unite the people. What are some of the national symbols we've mentioned so far? I think we mentioned about three so far. The national flag, it brings us together. The national coat of arms brings us together. Once you see that, you know that yes, I'm a citizen, I belong. But then the national anthem, when everybody is singing it, see everybody's eyes is open. In your school, it brings everybody together. So that's why it's sang in a language that everybody understand and comprehend. So it's meant to unite the people. 22 from year 2010. One of the duties of a citizen is to do what? A. Steal from the rich. B. Travel abroad. C. Evade tax. D. Obey the law. Obey the law. These ones are simple for you, yeah? Yes, they are. And then 23 from 2019. When a child listens to their parents and follow instructions, they are showing what? When you listen to your parents and follow instructions of your parents, when you don't say nya like some of you do, like when you do don't do your leg like this, you are showing what? Is it weakness? Is it like you're a weak child? No. Is it good manners? Yes, you are showing that you have good manners. Not just to your parents, even to outsiders, even to your teachers. When you take instructions, you are showing good manners, right? Good. Question 24 from 2016. Bribery and corruption reduce what? Now, what's bribery? It's the act of using money or some other form of resources to obtain favor. Yes, using it to obtain favor, using it to bypass or boycott, the normal rule. Okay, corruption is its elder brother. So bribery and corruption reduces what? Trust in government, economic growth, national image, all of the above. Actually, all of the above. Bribery and corruption reduce trust in government. It reduces economic growth. That means the economy of your country. What's economy? Is the prosperity of your country. It will not grow well when there's so much corruption, in the government, in private sectors, even in the community. So, and then it also defiles, reduces the image of the country. People say, that country, they are known for scammers there. There's a lot of scam going on there. So it rubs on everybody in the country. Once you say, where are you from? Say, I'm from Ghana. We can't take you in our company. All right, so national image. So question 25, 2022. Which of the following is not a value in Nigerian national pledge? Which of the following is not a value in Nigerian national pledge? Yes, I did mention before. National pledge is also a national symbol. It brings us together. So which of these is not a value in the Nigerian national pledge? Faith, hard work, arrogance, peace. Arrogance, definitely. Arrogance, what's arrogance? Unruly behavior. The national pledge does not support unruly behavior. Okay? And then question 26 from 2015 now. The main aim of government is to what? We have make profits, rule by force, provide for the welfare of citizens, oppress people. The main aim of government is to make profits, rule by force, provide for the welfare of citizens, oppress people. Of course, provide for the welfare of citizens, not rule by force. But yeah, we know some government, in fact, I don't want to talk too much. Yes, some governments want to rule by force. They say, yes, that's why we are government. We do as we like. Those kind of governments are called dictatorial governments, authoritarian governments. Okay, they are bullies as governments, and we have them in many countries of the world. Okay, so they rule the people by force, no democracy or democratic process. Yes, so which is wrong. It's wrong. So The main aim of government, why do we install government? Why do we say, oh, let this man rule over us? Is so that he can manage the country's resources and split it accordingly in the way it should go. Yeah? So it's to provide for the welfare of citizens. Good. 27 from 2013. Respect for elders in the society shows what? You have love for culture, jealousy, anger, confusion. Respect for elders. It shows your love for culture, because all of these other ones are negative traits, negative attributes. So love for culture, yes, because it's the Nigerian value. In fact, it's an African thing. You respect elders in Africa. You don't call Africa by your elder persons by name in Africa. It's just one of the signs of respect in Africa. Well, not necessarily respect. 28 from 2011. When we say Nigeria is a democratic nation, it means what? Okay, I think I explained a little bit on this earlier. Democracy or democratic nation means what? A, one man rules over all. B, soldiers control the people. This one is actually a military nation. In a military nation, soldiers control the people. Okay. Then you have leaders are elected by citizens. Then you have only rich people vote. I've not seen the country where only rich people vote though. So, but see, leaders are elected by citizens. Yes, this is a democracy. What's a democracy? In the layman definition, is governance by the people, for the people, okay, to the people. So governance, that is what that simply means, is the people elected somebody or a group of people to lead them, to guide them, to direct them, and to help them split the national cake, the national resources. Okay, so one man rules all. This one is what? Autocracy. When one man says, I am Hitler, this is how you should go. You say, no, I will not go. Then he kills the person. Yes, it happens. It has happened in history and it's happening today. So, and then soldier controls the people. This one is like a military kind of government. So this is the only democratic government here. C. 29. Okay, now. A good leader must what? Now, I have a class work for you. I'm sure most of the people that watch this is between age 3 to 6. Now, if you are watching this as an elder person, because these questions were curated for National Common Entrance Examination, I urge you to share them with students and pupils in primary schools, especially from between primary 3 to primary 6, so that, because this was made for them. All right, so make sure you share it with them. Make sure you give it to them. Okay, it's better for them. All right, so now let's go to question 29. A good leader must what? A, oppress others. B, be corrupt. C, lead by example. D, be above the law. Now, I wanted to give you a class work. I remember. I said, this flag is a flag for what? What country? Okay. Yes, so if you can get it, yes, so just leave your answer in the comment section. This flag is a flag for what country? Okay, so let's go back to the question. A good leader must oppress others? No, it's a bad leader that oppresses. Oppress means put pain on the people, let the people cry. Then be corrupt, yes, steal their money. No, a good leader don't do that. A good leader lead by example. Correct. See, 30. Being loyal to one's country means what? A, 18 other countries. No. B, avoiding national duties. No. Supporting the nation positively. Correct. Being loyal to your country means supporting your nation, okay, positively. Being proud in the glory of your nation and supporting it and glorifying it. 31. What does the green color on the Nigerian flag represent? I thought we've seen this before. Yes, we've seen it before. Yes, and I said it represents what? It represents agriculture. So this part and this part is often green in the Nigerian flag and represents agriculture and wealth. Agriculture means wealth. Okay. 32. A good citizen should report criminal activities to who? Is it to his friends, neighbors, the criminal himself? No, this one is quite funny. So, actually, to the police, you should report criminal. Now, note it, criminal activity. Not just any activity. She poured water on me. No, that's one is flimsy. But when it has to do with criminal activity, someone stole something, someone burgled someone's house, you report it to the police. Okay, 33. Which of the following actions best promote justice? You have judging others unfairly, supporting only your family, treating everyone equally, ignoring wrongdoing. Which of these actions promote justice? And that's option C, treating everyone equally, just like the Bible says. Also, the Quran says so. It says, love your neighbor as yourself. It says, do unto others what you want others to do for you. Okay? 34 now. What should you do when you find a lost purse? Okay. What should you do? A, hide it. No, don't do that. That's wrong. B, take the money inside. Oh no, don't do that too. Then return it to the owner or report to an adult. Okay, it also depends on the adults you report to. Yes, it also depends on the adults you report to. So return it to a responsible adult, like somebody in the community that people, that people respect that man, people like that man. He's a good man. Okay, don't give it to all those boys that you see that smoking. They give it to your best friend. No, so it's option C, but you need to do it right. Return it to the owner or report to, I think there should have been a responsible adult. 35. Obedience to rules helps in what? A, making life difficult, promoting lawlessness, ensuring peace and order. Peace and order. We're not even going to read the last one. Ensuring peace and order. Obedience to rules make sure that peace and order reigns. 36 now. Why should children learn about national values? A, to pass exams only. No ho-ho. B, to become corrupt leaders. No. To grow into responsible citizens. Yes. To be responsible citizens. Good, because that's option C. 37. One major cause of disunity in Nigeria is what? Intertribal marriage. Religious intolerance. That's it. Now we have national festival, public holidays. No. Religious intolerance. What does it mean? It means members of different religious organizations being unable to tolerate themselves, work with themselves, stay with themselves. So says, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim. This place is only for Christians. No, this place is only for Muslims. No, we'll fight. That's what causes. In fact, it's the major cause of disunity in Nigeria and many places in Africa. Religious intolerance. Question 38. The golden rule in human relations, we said this before, is what? Steal before you are stolen from. No. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Eye for an eye. No. That's oju for oju. Then the strongest always win. No. It's not eye for an eye. This eye for an eye was in the Bible. And yes, we are going to do a past question compilation on CRS pretty soon. So you want to subscribe too, so that you'll be notified and you can watch the video. So eye for an eye was Moses' law. If they punch your eye, punch person's eye too. But in national values education, you don't do that. You obey the golden rule, which says that do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Okay. If he punches you, if you punch him back and his eye gets blind, what are you going to do about it? So don't do that. So 39. Which of the following is a consequence of corruption? in society. A corrupt society, what will happen in that society? You have increased trust in leaders? No. Decrease in crime? No. Misuse of public funds? No. Higher school attendance? You have misuse. Yes, that's C. Misuse of public funds. When the city is corrupt, the country is corrupt, there will be misuse of public money. And then question 40. Which of the following can be described as civic responsibility? Okay, we've seen something of this nature before. That's being civil or civic. That's damaging public property, paying taxes. Paying taxes. Okay, it helps your country to grow. Well, you as a child definitely don't pay tax, but your parents has to pay tax in some way or another. That money is what is used to make roads, put borehole water for the community, all this kind of stuff. So paying taxes. Yes, so we have just 10 left to go. Now I'm going to give you 5 seconds to smash the subscribe button. Since you've watched up to this time, okay, liking the video also suggests to YouTube algorithm that the content is good enough, and so they can push it to other young guys like you who really need this to pass their next exam. It's 5 seconds here. I'm sure you subscribe. Now let's take the last 10 questions. 41. National values include all except which of these is a bad habit or attribute? You have patriotism, being a patriot, a good person. Integrity, we've seen that before. Jealousy, jealousy is bad. It's the act of envying. Okay. Uncontentment or incontentment with what you have, looking over someone's stuff. So, C. 42. A child who studies hard and passes with honesty shows what? Is it bribery? No. Pride? No. Diligence. Diligence. A child who studies hard and passes with honesty has shown diligence. That's C. 43. Who is responsible for ensuring peace at home? Only the father? No. Only the children? No. Every family member? Yes. Every family member is responsible. The father, the mother, and you as a child, you must make sure that there is peace at home. So you don't go and tapping your brother's head every once in a while. You are not making sure there is peace at home. So it's everybody's responsibility. 44. Taken from 2017. How can citizens show loyalty to their nation from these options? You have by fighting your neighbors, singing foreign anthems, respecting national leaders and obeying laws, disrespecting authority. Well, it's option C, respecting national leaders and obeying laws. Then 45, as we are rounding up, which of the following is a sign of national unity? Okay, when there is unity in a country, how would you know if you travel there? 1, you see them all wearing same uniform. No, no way. Then sharing tribal jokes, no way. Living peacefully with people of other tribes. So you see everybody just doing their things. Mama, well done. Everybody's just going. Okay, you go to a community, a locality that's the norm. You know that there is unity there, right? Good. That's C. 46. A person who takes bribe is lacking in, we have leadership, community, justice, discipline. Discipline. The person is in discipline. Yes. Then is even lacking in leadership. 2. 47 from 2011. Oh, yeah, here's our picture again. When a student lies to escape punishment, they lack what? Is it courage, humor, honesty? The person is dishonest. That's what it means. Someone who is telling lies is dishonest. Like this guy. I say it's 2 when it's 1. So maybe this is mom. So it lacks honesty. Then 48 now. The family teaches values such as indiscipline, laziness. What does your family teach you? Is it to be indisciplined, to be lazy, respect and obedience? I think that's what your dad, teacher, and your mom. So that's option C. And then 49, what does a citizen gain by voting during election? Entertainment, right to complain, participating in choosing leaders. Yes, yes, yes. Many people have the right to complain when they vote and the person is misbehaving. And I voted for him with misbehaving. But actually, the correct answer here is you participate in choosing the leader of your country. And then the last one now, 50 from 2016. What can a student do to show tolerance in school? Ignore other people's opinion. Avoid classmates from other tribes. Listen and respect different views. So, what does this simply mean? It means respect people's opinion. Don't push your opinion on them. Don't let them feel like they're stupid for voicing what they said. So that's option C. So with that, we come to the end of National Values Education past question rundown. If you can master this kind of questions and take more from our apps, how do you get our apps? By the way, you see the link to download it in the description of this video, either on Apple Store or on Google Play Store. So go download it. It has a lot of resources that is going to help you is whatever kind of exam you are writing, right? And like I said before, after this video, we continue to upload more mathematics, quantitative, verbal, and all of those subjects. You want to be hooked onto it. Once you master this, you don't need the exam malpractice. You crush your exam. So go download the app and subscribe, watch those other videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, I'm sure you enjoyed the video you've just watched. To see more of this kind of content across all examinations, including WAEC, JAMB, JUPEP, GACAO, NEET, SAT, IELT, literally up to 100 exams, make sure you hit the subscribe button and check the channels for all of these videos and tutorials.